Welcome to CeriseFairfax.com. I'm going to yell a little bit because right now we are in the Dominican. Let me show you guys where we're at. I don't know the street name right there.
Pedro Clesante.
Pedro
Clesante.
Clesante with a C. Here we are. Look at how beautiful that is. You can see some tropical trees. This is authentic, guys. And we are in the Dominican Republic with an authentic gentleman right here. Russell, give them your YouTube channel.
Hello everybody, my YouTube channel is Tailor-Made Dreams. Just like you see right here, Tailor-Made Dreams. Thank you.
There we go. Taylor, Taylor, not Taylor isn't the person that puts your clothes together.
Exactly. I also have a website, tailormadedreams.org. You go there and find out any information that you want to know about me. I'm living down here as an expat. As of April 13th this
What's an
year.
expat?
Expat is someone who left their country and decided to reside in another. So that's an expat.
So it's like an expatriate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Why are you an expatriate?
Because I can't live in the Matrix. I'm originally from America, where the orange Cheeto clown is now the U.S. president, which shows which shows how disgusting America's actually gotten. So I decided since he wasn't going nowhere, it was time for me to leave.
All right. And how, like, why the Dominican Republic? Because you're world traveled.
Yes.
You have been to how many places?
I've been all over the world. I've been as far as Israel, Egypt. Oh God. Thailand, all through Europe, Germany, England, been to France, been all through the Caribbean. A better question would probably be where I haven't been.
Where? Oh, there we go. Okay, so now, why here? Because you came here. Can you tell people? Tell people when you first came to the Dominican.
Oh, well, my story
Take us
is
from there.
I actually came here on vacation, just to.
What year was that?
This is 2018, so we're talking probably 20, not even 20. We're talking 1997 or something.
So that's like 21 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Whoa, 22 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, 21, 22 years ago.
All right.
Actually came down here just for fun.
All right.
Vacation, meet some chicas.
Where did you go when you came?
I originally went to Santo Domingo.
That's the capital of...
That's the capital of Dominican Republic.
Okay.
I had a friend who was actually coming down here, and I met him, and his wife is actually Dominican. So I said, hey, let me hang out with y'all for a day because he said they had a car. So I hung out with them for a day, and he took me by some family member's house. And I met this beautiful little girl, sickly little girl, who I just could not get out of my heart, my mind.
When you say sickly, what do you mean?
She had sickle cell anemia, and I wanted to hug her, but you couldn't touch her because she was sore all over. So her mother was telling me, about the illness, and I was asking some of the things that she was going through. And what broke my heart was they had sent her brother to the store to get her some medication. So he came back with a pill.
One little pill.
Yeah, and I'm like, is that all she needs? I mean, why did they just buy one pill? And my friend was explaining to me down here, this is how they buy medication because they don't have the money to buy, pills like they do in America. In America, they give you 60 damn pills at one time. They throw it at you. And so
they're like drug dealers. They want you to come back for more.
They are. So I gave them money to get 30 pills so that she would, when she needed it, it would be in the house and be there. When I left, I could not get her out of my mind. I could not get her out of my heart. And I just, after a couple of years of being involved with the family, I decided to adopt her, so I did, and she became my daughter. And I've been coming to the Dominican Republic ever since.
tell us a little bit more about her name, and
Her
what
name
her
is-
outcome was. And
Her name is Solange. She's still the queen of my heart. Well, the princess. My mother's always been the queen of my heart. And she died on January 12th, 2014, right before her 21st birthday. We were all planning for her 21st birthday. We went to something really big, get her a hotel. We rented a place out. I mean, we're just going to have a really big fiesta for her 21st birthday. I got the call on a Saturday, which was January 12th, saying that she passed away. And I was out here the next day. But she went to the hospital due to a lot of complications, and she never came out.
sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And do you still visit her family?
Me and her family are very close. Very close with her mother. Very close with her aunt. Some other family members. Even her mom's ex-boyfriend.
Wow.
Yeah, well, when I wasn't here, he sort of filled in for me, you know, to make sure she was taken care of and everything. And me and him developed a very awesome friendship. I mean, almost like brothers. So I still keep in touch with all of them. We still hang out every now and then. I'll be in Santo Domingo next month taking care of some business, so of course I'm going to go see them. But yeah, we still all like family. My sons still keep in touch with them, so.
Right. And you gave me a story the other day. You told me your story. When she became your daughter, they took you through a whole rigmarole.
Yeah,
Like they wanted to make sure what?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, the attorney. It's my attorney now, right? My own attorney took me through the ringer because they wanted to make sure that I wasn't some pedophile or trafficker or anything like that. So she grilled me during that initial interview. I wanted to know why I wanted to adopt her, how long I knew her, what relationship I had with her mother. Would I be willing to put her on my Social Security back in the States? I mean, just grilled me, which I did not mind. I think it was perfectly understandable. But yeah, she grilled me during that initial interview. Oh my God, yeah, it was asking every question imaginable just to make sure I wasn't some kind of pervert or weirdo or freak or something like that. She asked me about, do I give the mother money? What do I give her for? How much do I give? I mean, the whole 9 yards.
So in Canada, we don't have Social Security. However, what is Social Security, and did you put her on it?
Social Security in the United States is, you pay into it, and when you retire at 65, 67, 70 years old, you actually receive a check from Social Security because you've paid into sort of like a welfare
Like
system.
a pension.
Sort of like a pension.
Like RRSP.
Yeah, but it is a pension because as a worker, I pay into it every month. I mean, well, not every month, every paycheck.
Oh, so ours is the same then.
Right. So
we
you
just
pay
call
into,
it differently.
Exactly. You pay into it
Alright.
every paycheck, certain part of your money, and it's not whether you want to or not. Unless you work independently, you have to put into the Social Security system.
All right.
All right. And did I put her on my?
Yeah.
I put her on everything. Her and my mother's name was on everything that I ever had.
What do you mean?
As far as, because I had houses, and I don't want to tell my business, but I had a few investments, so made sure that her name, my mother's name, was covered because I grew up in with the understanding that a man takes care of. Man has 3 jobs. One is you go out there, you hunt, you work, you provide for the family, and you take care of the women in your family. So my mother and my daughter was my everything, and so I made sure that they were provided for. So like I said, their names, in case of my untimely demise, they were well taken care of whether I lived or whether I died. They were still taken care of financially.
Okay, so ladies, I'm bringing this one home. He has 3 jobs. That's
Every
awesome.
man should have those three. Every man should have those three jobs.
Every man should be listening to this for my blog called Men Without a Clue.
Wow.
You know, like, because a lot of men out there have absolutely no clue at all how to take care of even themselves, never mind three other things.
Nah, man always has, you never lose those jobs. Like I said, you hunt, that means you work, you provide, make sure that the household's taken care of, make sure that your woman is taken care of. Those are three jobs.
Awesome. And that's probably, now I know why I am single. It has nothing to do with me. I have not found a hunter, gatherer, and supplier and supporter. So, away from all that, tell me, why did you choose the Dominican Republic? Because you're world traveled. I mean, Thailand, I want to go to. And
well, I chose Dominican Republic for right now.
For right now.
I love Dominican Republic, but would I say that would I be here 5 years from now? I may not. I may decide to move to Asia somewhere. You know, I may decide to move to Panama. My first thought in retiring overseas, because I knew 10 to 15 years ago I would never retire in the United States. It was Panama, but I got outpriced in Panama.
But you got what?
Outpriced. Panama City, because Panama City, when I was going to Panama, which was 15 years ago, it was pretty much like the Dominican Republic as far as pricing. But I just could not find the right realtor, and it screwed things up. So now, about, I would say 7 years ago, with the ex-president, not the president now, Martinelli, who was the ex-president, he decided to widen the Panama Canal. He decided to just concentrate on tourism. And once you widen the Panama Canal, you got all that commerce money coming in. You have a lot of new money, a lot of businesses starting in Panama, and it just exploded price-wise. So a condo that I could have got in Panama City, let's say 8 years ago, for $75,000-$80,000 would now cost me $300.
What?
Yes.
Oh shoot.
Even rent that I may pay $700 for a 2-bedroom, that same place now costs me $2,100.
What?
Yes.
That's huge inflation. That's not cool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you were wise, and you're like, no matter how much I love it, I'm still not going to just throw all dollars there because you're retired.
Absolutely. Yes.
How are you surviving here in this country?
Oh, well, I always say count your costs.
Count your
cost.
Okay.
Make
what does
sure,
that mean?
Well, the thing is, any endeavor that you decide to take on, you got to make sure that you are able to afford that endeavor. I have some income coming in. I have some property in the United States. I have some other entities that I receive money from. So I was taken care of. I mean, I did not fully retire from my job. I actually quit my job because after the loss of my daughter and my mother, there was just no reason for me to go to work. I didn't need to grind that hard anymore because there was nobody to protect. The 2 women in my life were gone. There was nobody to hunt for. The 2 women in my life was gone. There was nobody to provide for. The 2 women in my life were gone. So I went into the office one day and I just said, I can't do this madness anymore.
And when did your mama pass away?
My mother passed away exactly 100 days after my daughter.
100? Both
exactly.
In 2014?
Yes. My daughter passed away April 12th. My mom passed away April 22nd. My daughter passed away January 12th. My mother passed away April 22nd. Exactly 100 days. Exactly 100 days.
Wow. God bless them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God bless you too for what you just said as well. And so you went into your office and you're just like done.
I couldn't do it no more. So I knew I had, like I said, income coming in already.
What was your office?
I used to work for the government. I used to be behavior detection specialist.
Okay. You went into the office and you were just...
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I had actually came back from Dominican Republic from vacation. And, that morning I got dressed. I didn't think about it. I put on my suit, put on my clothes, Went to work. I looked at that desk and I said, "This is absolute madness. I gotta leave this madness." I went past my desk, went to my boss office, said, "Hey, I need to talk to HR, Human Resources." Went to Human Resources and said, "How many days do I have that I can take off of work and still get paid?" They said, "Well, if you leave work now."
I'll bring it closer.
If you leave work now, and this was in October, you have enough days to go through January 2nd. So I said, okay. I said, well, add up my sick days, my leave time, and my those other hours that I had on the books. I said, because I'm going to see my doctor. I'm out. I'll see y'all later. So I haven't worked since October 2017.
So that's almost a year coming up.
Coming up, yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel free. I feel wonderful. I found a new purpose. I found, I just found freedom. I mean, I started my YouTube channel. Never thought I could make any money off of it. Not that I'm making a shitload of money, but that's extra income that I never planned on or never thought about to add to what I'm already receiving.
And it comes in handy.
And it comes in handy, absolutely. And it's also given me the privilege and the chance to do some more travel. So I'm getting ready to go to Panama. I booked my ticket last night for Panama.
Where? When are you leaving?
I'm headed to Panama August 8th. No, I'm headed to Panama August 23rd. I'm going back to America August 8th. Coming back on the 15th. And then the 23rd of August, I'm headed to Panama. I got it scheduled for 18 days, but I may be gone 4 or 5 weeks, depending on how I can do my living arrangements.
So I'll see you before you leave. I'm leaving here on August 16th.
16th?
You get back on the 15th.
Well, I'll see you. I got to see you before the 8th. Because
right, yes.
I go to America on the 8th. So.
On the 8th. And right now we're on the 28th today?
Yes. I almost reached for your vino. I almost reached for your vino instead of mine.
What are you drinking?
This is Malibu. Malibu is a nice rum. It does not make you tipsy, intoxicated, or anything like that. It gives you a nice little buzz. You can drink it all day, and it don't make you sloppy, slushy, or anything else. It just gives you a nice little buzz.
Is it like a coconut liqueur?
It is. It's not like a liqueur. It is definitely rum. It is not as sweet as liqueurs are very sweet. Very, very sweet. Like almost syrup.
What's the percentage?
On that? I don't know. I gotta look at the bottle.
Let's ask our girl over here. What was her name again?
What was her name? No, that's Vanessa across the street.
I know her name was a real Dominican name, not Vanessa.
Well, if I see her, I might ask her to show me.
Vanessa over there, Jolly Rancher. I mean Jolly Rancher, Jolly Rogers.
It's the vino. It's the vino.
It's the vino. That's right. Here, I'm drinking some vino. This is a cool vibe right here. All right, so tell us, once you made the move, like, okay, so you've been coming from time to see Solange and her mom and everything. Why Sosua? Like, because that was not in Sosua. You said that was Santo Domingo, the capital. That's 4 hours away, 6 hours away. What brought you all the way here?
Sosua is the type of place you can kind of get lost and you can do what you want to do. As long as you respect the culture, as long as you're respecting the people. Dominican Republic, you can literally just live your life, unapologetically. And I love that. I love that. I love the interaction that I have with other men over here.
With other men.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, within the African American community, when men see each other, it's normally a let me size them up type of deal. But over here, brothers ain't looking at each other like they trying to size each other up. They're looking at each other, giving each other gap, saying hello, instead of calling each other the N-word. They're calling each other brothers. We might have to do another interview.
That's all right. I'm pretty sure that we're going to hear. Let me make sure. You keep talking and I'm going to stop it. I can always edit it and stick them together.
Yep.
So, brothers are sizing each other up. in the States, and here they don't do that.
They don't do that. They look at each other with a smile on their face and a genuine hello, how you doing? And they really mean hello and how you doing. I mean, it's nothing for a guy to buy you a drink that you never met before, you know? I'm just telling you, the level of respect that brothers have for each other here, I wish we could spread this to the Matrix.
Because in the Matrix, they're busy sizing each other up, like you said,
Sizing each other up,
trying to get
killing each other, calling each other the N-word, and doing every other destructive thing to one another.
Right. They're saying instead of saying my brother, they're saying the N-word.
Yep. James Brown said when the black community went from calling each other brothers and sisters to niggas and hoes, we just took a step back in time. And
say that again.
James Brown said when the black community went from calling each other brothers and sisters to niggas and hoes, we just took a step back in time.
I hope you guys paid attention to that right there. That is I love James Brown. It's man's world. I disagree. It's a woman's world.
Hey. No, but he's saying his song is "It's a Woman's World."
Right. You know what? I actually did listen to those words one day, and when he says,
"No, it says it's a man's world," but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl.
That's right. But it wouldn't be nothing. Right? And what he's saying is, that's the Matrix that you talk so often about.
Yes.
You know, America, the Romans went to Kemet, K-E-M-E-T, which is ancient Egypt, and the Caucasian Romans said to the beautiful African women, oh my gosh, what is this thing you call a cup? We're drinking out of our hands. Where did you get this cup from? How do we do this? And harvest? How do you know when to send your men out to go and do this harvest? The African women said, please move back. I don't know who you are, barbarians. We're not going to give you our secrets, but it's called intuition. Bye, sweetheart. Oh, this is who we were just talking about. So, who are these barbarians? And you're not allowed to come around here. Move from here. And the Romans, I don't know if it was the Romans, I'm just using the Roman word, but it was the barbarians from back in the day. I might say Vikings and be mistaken as well. So they said, what? You need to tell us how you're so advanced. Who told you how to drink out of these cups? Who told you to eat from plates? Where did you get this civilization from? And the women ruled Kemet, ancient Egypt.
Well, if you look at
they went back and they destroyed it.
If you look at Africa as a whole, I mean, all the greatest so-called philosophers, Socrates, educated in where? Egypt.
Right.
You know.
And he was an ancient Greek philosopher.
Yeah. And
his student Plato too.
Yeah. But those are things that they don't want to hide. I mean, one of the first things when Napoleon invaded Egypt, first thing he did was burn down the library. Why? Because he wanted to make sure that you didn't know the education, civilization developed in Africa. African people developed civilization, mathematics, science, medicine. That all came from Africa, and there's no denying it now. You can Google it, but and that's why he went to the Sphinx and cut the nose off, so it wouldn't even reflect African people.
Thank you for that. You know, and this is not to put down Caucasians, because the most brilliant Caucasian is going to be saying, thank you, brother. Because Caucasians don't want to be blamed for anything any longer. They don't want to be blamed for doing that stuff. It wasn't them. It was people from the past that destroyed the African heritage. Not the heritage, they didn't destroy the heritage. They tried to take away all the memories of the books are destroyed.
Yeah, but you know something? I mean, I feel let me say this, just because I'm pro-black does not mean that I'm anti-white. Alright? And just because somebody tell me they pro-white, I don't take them necessarily as being anti-black. You should be proud of your heritage. So I am pro-black. I'm a proud black man. But to say that your ancestors who destroyed, like we talk about the Black Wall Street, we can talk about the genocide of the Indians, the enslavement of black people in America, in the Matrix. They have made sure that they took care of reparations for every other race except if you had melanin. Jewish race, they have set up, they took Palestine, literally stole it from the people and set up Israel. America has paid back every other race except they have not made a single dime of reparations towards African Americans, or as I say, black people in America. Because I don't consider myself African American, but I know a lot of people do, so I recognize it.
Right. That's interesting. That's interesting.
And the truth.
Okay, I agree with that one 100%, Russell. I do. I was told that my black side, if you will, no matter how ignorant it sounds, I don't know how else to say it, is from West Africa, Sierra Leone.
Okay.
And I just, you know what, I'm not going to go on to me. I'm going to go back onto you. What are they? No gracias. No gracias. Tell me what they can, because in my opinion, America was built on
slavery.
The sisters and the brothers. And you say slavery, and I respect that. I mean, America
was built on the blood of black folks.
Right. So,
and there's no denying it. I mean, there's no.
How can they dissect that? How can they give reparations to?
Well, I think one of the first things is to make sure that there shouldn't be a single black person in America that has to pay a dime towards college education, because that's how you set people free, through education. I mean, I have property, air property, and going back to the 1930s, where my great grandmother had the property, and basically a lot of white people were jealous of the land that my great grandmother and grandfather owned, and basically stole the damn land. Now somebody say, all right, well now 3 generations later, you have some other people living there. Some white people said, listen, my great grandfather, was living in this house. My grandmother lived in this house. Now I live in this house. Should I give it back? Hell, fucking yeah, you need to give it back. How you steal something? It's like asking somebody, something. If you steal my car, and then I come back to you with a gun and take it back, and you tell me that, well, I should repay you for stealing this shit from me. Hell no. I don't care how many years went by. So there should be some sort of reparation. Like I said, let's start with the education. Let's start this shit right now. I mean, I was paying.
So I'm just gonna cut you off 1 second. You're not saying give back the houses, but you're saying at least give the new generation.
Absolutely.
Okay. Go ahead. You were paying
absolutely.
For your house. You're paying.
Well, right now, like I said, I don't think give back the house, but absolutely, the government should give back the money. And if you can't give the money, then goddamn it, give back the house.
That's it. So for your house, do you pay taxes?
Oh, I pay taxes, yeah. You talking about my house here or my house in the States?
In the States.
I do.
While you're here and stuff,
it's still a house.
So still a house. So what is your? I cut you off there, and I'm sorry about that, because you're about to go on to something really important, I'm sure. Tell me what you think about just the difference between brothers and sisters living here and living in the States.
I think they have I think because they're not reminded every day that they're black. Like in the Matrix, you're reminded every day through the media, through whether it's social media, whether it's the news, whether it's at your job, whether it's you're driving down the street and get shot for no reason. You're reminded that you're black every day. Here, nobody reminds you of anything, because guess what? The people of the Dominican Republic look like me. Hell, I'm lighter than half the people here anyway.
Right.
So
you do look mulatto.
So like I said, I'm a proud black man, but but I don't think of myself as a black man even being here. I just think of myself as a dude, living as an expat, as a gringo, because that's what they call me, as a gringo living here in Dominican Republic. And I
what's
love
a gringo?
it. Just an expat, somebody who left their country that lives in another foreigner.
In Spanish.
And that's a wonderful thing. It's like somebody told me, it's almost like having white privilege in another country. Because I could walk in any neighborhood, in the most exclusive neighborhood in Dominican Republic, and nobody feel like I don't belong there. I could go into the most exclusive shops in Dominican Republic, in Santo Domingo, Santiago. Nobody feel like I can't afford that Louis Vuitton.
Or like you're stealing.
Right, or I'm stealing, or follow me around.
Right.
So it's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I feel free here.
Right.
I feel absolutely free, and nobody reminds me I'm black.
Right.
I love it.
Wow, that is amazing. That's a testimony to how beautiful someone can come here. And me, even me, of mixed race, and I really don't know what else to call it, because every time I say mixed race, I feel like I sound ignorant.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call it, right? Because I identify, anyone that knows me listening to this video and Facebook, internet, or whatever, they know I identify as being a light-skinned black woman. And every single time I say that, I have the sisters and the brothers saying, do you know there really isn't anything about that? Like, we are just programmed to think we're black in Canada. And I get that too. And I'm like, you know what? I'd like to take that thinking on. I really would like to take that thinking on. And I'm glad that they're trying to teach me that. Maybe I'm too ignorant. Maybe I'm too hard-headed. But I don't want to consider myself as an average race. Not that white is or not that black is, but I am mulatto. I'm mixed race.
Right.
Like, I am who I am. You identify with black. I identify with a light-skinned black woman or a mulatto.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you know, and maybe it's my ignorance. I don't know. Maybe I need to learn more.
No, it's not. And like I said, there's nothing wrong if you say listen, I accept my race as mulatto. I'm a proud mulatto. I'm pro mulatto. That don't mean I'm not pro black. That don't mean like I don't want to be black. I don't want to associate. But that means I'm just proud of who I am and how I was constructed. You know, the different forces that got together to create this beautiful cerise. That's all it means. You know, so people who take offense to everything that they don't listen to or hear, that's their issue, not mine.
Right. So thank you. So let me ask you this: since moving here, do you feel like you said you're going to be here like another 5 years, maybe, and you're already going to Panama, and I'm not going to see you for my last week here. I'm going to see you just before but I'm going to be back. Just like the Terminator. Is that the Terminator?
Yep.
Schwarzenegger? I'll be back. I'll be back in October.
All right.
And I'm going to come back most likely for 3 months at that time, because it's going to carry us into December. My birthday's in December.
Yes.
I would like to go to Santo Domingo and see Solange's family. And
beautiful people.
Yeah, I would like to do that. And I would like to go to the orphanage.
Okay.
And I would also like to just visit around. If you and I can make a plan in October to go do all that. Yeah? All right.
Listen, anybody say they want to go to the orphanage, I will make room for them. I have 100% take anybody who, even when I don't plan on going. But if somebody said they want to see the orphanage, I pick them up and I take them there.
How far is the orphanage from here?
Maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay, so take me before you take off to the U.S.
We can do that.
All right, we'll do video and stuff of that nature.
Yeah, that's no problem.
You know, get some people to
bring
donate.
Awareness to it.
Yeah.
Donate on the GoFundMe page.
And what is that GoFundMe?
Casa Nina Felicianes. If you put it in, if you go to GoFundMe.com and you put in Casa Nina Felicianes, Felices, Felicias, not Felicianes. Felicias, you see a yellow building and has Casa Nina Felicias.
All right, Casa is C-A-S-A, Niño is N-I-N-O, and
Felices, look for that yellow building with the name on it.
On your page.
On the GoFundMe page.
Oh, on the GoFundMe.
Or if you look on TaylorMadeDreams.com, Telemate Dreams on YouTube, you will see that same image on my on the vlog that I did in Giving Back. So if you look for the Giving Back series on Telemate Dreams, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it has that link. So all you gotta do is hit that link, and it takes you to the GoFundMe page, and you can donate and help support these beautiful 26 Haitian and Dominican children.
Haitians and Dominicans, because there is both a lot here.
And in some parts, there's some more orphanages throughout the Dominican Republic where they do not accept Haitian children. They only accept Dominican children. Casa Niña Felicitas accepts Haitians as well as Dominican children because all they see is the need for children.
Awesome. And this is like so unique. Like most people that come here, they're thinking of chicas. They're thinking of like, oh my gosh. But you are like on point. You went right to the orphanage. How did you get there?
Oh, straight down Highway 5.
How did you get there?
Oh, how did I get there?
Like, why?
I got there by accident. Somebody was actually showing me some land. I saw this big yellow building. And I said, hey, what's that? They said, an orphanage. So I said, well, take me by there. Drop me off. So they took me by there, and I just told them, hello, I want to talk to somebody. Can I speak to somebody who knows English? Talked to the young lady named Elena, E-L-E-N-A. And I said, how can I help? How can I get involved? And she gave me a tour of the building, and I saw a lot of repairs that need to be made. And a lot of those repairs are being made. We're getting rid of all the mold that's in the building. Because in the girls' dorm, these children are breathing in this mold, which, you know, mold brings spores. So children, those spores get attached to your lung. So we're repairing all that. Water coming through light fixtures, literally. Somebody cuts a light on downstairs, they'll electrocute the person upstairs. So we're doing a lot of repairs. Brought shoes, did food drop. I mean, if you go to Telemate Dreams, you'll see all that in that Giving Back series.
Awesome. Now, anyone coming down here, they can contact you, get some advice on...
Hit me up on my Instagram, Telemate Dreams. If you hit me up on it, if you're coming down here, you need to reach out to me. My Instagram is the best way because I check my Instagram, Telemate Dreams, and you can find me.
Telemate Dreams on Instagram?
Instagram.
YouTube,
and telemakedreams.org on my webpage.
And also on Facebook, you're my Facebook friend, Russell Taylor.
Russell Taylor. Somebody beat me to Telemate Dream on Facebook.
That's all right. You are our only tailor-made.
Well,
all right, you're welcome. Any advice on anyone coming down thinking to do the same thing you're doing?
If you come down here, if you're thinking about you want to change your life, if you want to support yourself, I would say definitely look at things online that you can do as far as web design, IT, drop shipping. There's a number of businesses that you can get into online. I would say get into. You got cats down here, a brother named Alex Romaine living out in Santo Domingo, 36 years old. He does taxes. He does enough taxes and between, I believe, he does enough taxes between the end of December, he comes to Florida, to April, that supports him the rest of the 9 months that he's here in Dominican Republic.
Wow.
So his tax business must be really good. But also he does a couple other things, he does personal training and some other things while he's here. And you'll find other things to do when you're here instead of just sitting around. Trust me, you'll find other things to do. We got another guy in Santo Domingo, Chris Dogan, who actually works regular jobs. I mean, he works teaching English. He works for, I think, a call center, then he does like private tutor sessions. So if you really want to change your life, if you really want to get out of that matrix, whether it's the United States, Canada, Norway, wherever you're from, if you really want to make a difference, you can do it. It's just you have to want it bad enough.
Right, and you have a condominium here.
I do.
You bought it for
$56,500. I own it flat out. And one of the best decisions I could have made before I moved here, the 2 years that I was not living in there, I rented it out. So it paid for itself, and now I live rent free.
Nice. And you live very close to Playa Sosua on the beach.
I do. I live right down the street, 4-minute walk. on Cali Pedro Casante, and it takes me 8 minutes to walk to Sosua Beach, 6 minutes to walk to Playa Alicia, 10 minutes if I stop for a beer and a drink.
All right. Anything you want to just tell anyone? You just, whatever off the top of your head.
Living here in Dominican Republic, you can actually live as a free man or a free woman. You know, all you have to do is respect the culture, respect the people, and you can live your best life.
What do you mean by free?
Free means I can do what I want to do. I can think how I want to think. I don't get involved with the politics here. So that allows in itself some freedom. I don't watch the news back home because personally that will tie up a whole lot of your mental capacity. And like I said on the vlog we did earlier, you know, the best way to solve half your problem is to mind your business. So the news ain't my business. What crazy folks do, crazy folks gonna do. You know, as long as my money comes in, I'm satisfied. I'm happy.
Amen.
Live your life.
That's right.
You live your life. You only got one life to live. Life is not a dress rehearsal. And like I said, and only you can be the best you.
That's awesome. All right. I love this man so much. He is truly an angel.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you back.
Thank you, sweetheart. You keep up the good work.
All right.
And thank you for indulging us in this beautiful interview. Everyone, Taylor Made Dreams on YouTube. He's very humble, but he's very popular here in the DR. Like, trust me, we can sit here and people can walk by down by the beach and be like, oh my gosh. I'm not ready to end right now because I do want to tell that story about when you and I were sitting over at Flip Flop the other day.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, we're talking, and this guy walks by and he's like, Taylor Made Dreams, Russell, and he made such a big deal, and you were so kind, so cool, and you just were like, oh hey, and you shook his hand. Then he came over to our table, asked if he could come and sit by us. What did he do?
He started telling me about, you know, watching my channel, and told me about he learned a lot from the channel because I tell people everything from how to open up a bank account, some scams that might be going on down here, ways to avoid it, how to buy real estate, who to deal with, the cost of living. So I deal with a lot of issues on my channel.
Right.
And he was just thankful to have that information.
Okay, so as we see again, humble. This guy came up to you and was like, oh my gosh, I was hoping to see you today. I went down to the beach and I saw Big D. They asked me if I want to sit down and eat, and I was like, no, if Taylor's not here, I don't want to. And then he walked back up the hill and happened to see you, and he felt like, and I agree, because he said, sorry for interrupting our conversation. And I said to him, nah, man, this is what you wanted.
Yeah.
This is a blessing right here.
Everything good.
And he felt blessed
to
be able to meet you in person.
And I felt blessed meeting him. Absolutely.
And this is a celebrity right here. Here. Look,
you...
humble. Don't even start. Like, just let me speak for you. He's being humble. He really is a celebrity here. If he just walks over there, how many people have seen your videos? Am I correct?
Yeah.
How many people give you love? And
a lot of people. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Because you have brought how many people to Sosua?
I don't know. I think I brought more people than tourism.
I know you did. And during low season as well, right?
Low season. Yeah.
Low season. We're in low season right now.
Yeah, and people really hurt during the low season. So you have to
And then when I can't even imagine what's going to happen when November, December, January, February, March comes.
Oh, October's going to be big. October is going to be
Why is October going to be big?
Well, you know, October high season starts again. Then I'm throwing the Red Pill Retreat. So I'm renting out a hotel over here. I got a secret until I submit that deal, and we're gonna be doing a lot of private parties, pool parties, different things. We're gonna rent out the whole hotel. So my tailor-made dream makers, if they want to come join me, the 26, 27, 28, that's when we're gonna have everything going.
October.
October. That's the holiday.
27, 28.
That's the holiday. That's the weekend before the holiday of Halloween. But you want to stay through Halloween, because Halloween, for some reason, they like Halloween. It's like a Dominican Republic holiday or something. They go nuts holiday for Halloween over here?
Cuba too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Cuba as well.
Something about dead souls, I guess.
Right. It's the ancestors. It's the ancestors.
Yeah.
And they don't look at it necessarily as goblins and ghouls.
Right.
They look at it like the ancestors and the revival of the people who have passed. And yeah, I was in Cuba one time with my sister, October 31st. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. And Cayo Largo. Big celebration. I brought outfits.
Really?
Yeah, one was a pirate outfit, one was a nurse's uniform, and it was a big hit. So yeah, I get what you're saying. And Canada as well is a big thing too. Toronto. I don't usually celebrate Halloween, but in Cuba that year I did. So,
all right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be here.
Being overseas.
I'm gonna be here for
you
October.
more in the mood.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here. So
it's
26.
It's a big thing.
27.
28. Yep.
All right, ladies.
And you can
Who's
come
watching
too?
this? Yes, I'm gonna come for that.
All right.
I'm gonna come for that, and by then I'll probably will drop a couple of pounds. So I'm gonna put on a nice outfit.
Yeah, we gotta get you back on in front of the camera.
Get wild. Actually, I'm not. I was on the camera. Oh, look.
Fresh fish.
Fresh. There we go. Not gonna find that in Canada. Someone walking with fresh fish on a pole.
Honest. Yep.
Say fresh fish 3 times.
Fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish.
Say it 5 times.
Fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish.
Be careful of this man. Be careful.
I tell you, Malibu don't get you drunk.
What kind of sorcery is this? All right. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're such a sweetheart.
Love you, sir.
I love you too, baby.